man. I appreciate it.
Bring it to brawl, we ready to rumble. Bare knuckle spot, hear the crowd feel the stumble. Adrenaline pumping, no fear in our eyes. We fight for the glory, ain't no room for lies. Throwing punches hard, yeah, we hitting the score. Syndicate on the rise, can it go to roar? In this pretty game, we're the kings at the block. Bare knuckle syndicate, solid as a rock.
You know what it is, man. You know what it is. The Bare Knuckle Syndicate, your boy Big Face here with the Big Face Show. And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You know what that means, man? It means a whole lot of bare knuckle action. It is jam-packed toward the end of the year with a bunch of great shows. Of course, we got December 5th coming up very shortly, BKFC 85, with some huge ramifications on those fights. But we got to pause and pump the brakes here because we have an opportunity to speak with one of the gentlemen that move the needle in the sport. A gentleman that's brought millions of people to this sport, multiple champion. And matter of fact, until they prove it, as he says, ain't no champ unless he say so. You know what I'm talking about, man. The legendary one and only Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. Welcome to the show, my brother. Welcome to the show.
What's up, man? My name is Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, and you are watching Bare Knuckle Syndicate, where blood makes you family. What's up, everybody?
Look, man, he kills the drop and the intro on one. Ain't no champ, ain't nobody. How you doing, Jug?
Listen, man, you know me, man. I'm doing big things. I'm doing it just like a champ should be doing it. You know, there's a lot of intricacies to the sport, and I put in the work, so I know the moves. And as you can see, ain't no champ unless I say so.
Once again, you have proven the fact there ain't no champ unless you say so. The comeback is the set. You set them up. You always set them up for the comeback, and they always gain confidence. You were out the scene for a good year. You know, you injured yourself, McTerrell. Of course, we had the Kamosi deal there, and then you come back against Dyer. And, man, you shocked the world again. You did it again. A dangerous man you are, sir.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, honestly, fighting has been my life. I've been a fighter for a long time there. I have friends and family and people who know me, who know the real me, who know the true me. They are not surprised at what I do. They're not surprised at what I can do. They're not surprised at what I'm going to do. This has been me my entire life. So, like, when I step into the ring and I do what I do, bro, it is what it is. These guys are the only people surprised. My opponents are the only people surprised.
So let me ask you about that. Josh Dyer coming in, of course, you beat him before, right? He came in best shape of his life, mentality-wise, coming off a high. You went in there. He had you in trouble early, Jug, but you shook it off. You were so calm and composed. You knew, it's like you knew you had that dynamite in your pocket anytime you want to let it go.
Bro, listen. These guys grow up playing sports. They grow up playing football and wrestling. They think of a fight in terms of winning or losing as if you can trade off or like that's a thing. It's not. Either you won or you didn't. The only people who say I was winning is the person who lost. You were never winning. Bro, you were never winning. There were 4 rounds left. I only hit you once. I only hit you once. That's what I'm saying. Like concepts, mental IQ, the IQ of a fighter, the understanding of what a fight is, the understanding that this is life or death. I literally told the BKFC, I told his family, I told everybody, I said, if you love Josh Dyer, tell him before November 15th. Because I hit with my heart, and I don't know what's going to happen. That's what I said. Come on, man.
You were cheering him to get up. He laid down a long time, and I noticed you were very concerned on him getting up.
That shit was terrifying. That shit was terrifying.
So let me ask you this, champ. I mean, you always shake the ground. I'm going to just tell you like this. I watched Bare Knuckle before the Richmond fight with you. But when that Richmond fight, it turned millions of people into diehard bare knuckle fans. It made me love the sport. It went from I like it to this is the only thing I want to watch. And you've done that to millions of people. To a lot of people, man, Juggernaut either was the entry to bare knuckle or is the only thing they know in bare knuckle as it gains mainstream appeal. And you know you move the needle. So what? And we heard what you said. Now you called out Platinum P. Do you think they'll make that fight? And what are you looking at there, Juggernaut?
At the end of the day, it's the fighter who has the last signature when it comes to creating a fight. I myself have never turned down a fight. I've never seen an opponent or seen a position where I thought that I wouldn't do well. Maybe I should have turned down a fight or two, like, I was injured or the cards were stacked against me. But if I had, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. I didn't turn down nothing. David Feldman came on one of these podcasts before and said, Lorenzo's the easiest guy to work with. He never turns down nothing. But that may be my downfall. That may be my come up. I don't know how it works for Mike.
So far,
Mike
so
Perry.
good. So far, so good, Lorenzo.
If he takes it, people respect him. People cheer for him. People believe in him. There's probably some people who think he can beat me, which is awesome because they'll buy tickets. But does he believe he can beat me? That's important.
A lot of people have gained a lot of confidence in Mike because of his ability to walk through punishment. But I've talked to a couple people behind the scenes in the know, and all respect to Platinum P, man. He brings eyeballs to the sport. A lot of people behind the scenes that know say that that's not a good fight for him to take. Let's just say it like that. Well,
I can't call it. I can't call it. You never know what's in the heart of a man.
They saying you gonna kill him is what somebody told me. They said please don't put Lorenzo Hunt as different kind of power, and walking through power is one thing, but you don't walk through your type of power. People get hurt.
I think he knows that. And I think that's why he's been picking smaller and smaller opponents. I think he knows that type of fighting isn't working well as you get bigger, stronger guys. It'd be smart for him, like I said, to either cut weight, to go ahead and give Mundell his shot, or to bark up that 185 tree. He's been claiming he wants the 185 belt. I knew that things may change once I get in that position. And they still may. He has an out. Which isn't really an out if you ask me, to go and fight Dave Mundell. He may take the Dave Mundell fight just because there's pressure coming from the 185 division now. And Dave Mundell may get his shot. He takes the fight, Dave Mundell beat him, or he beats Dave Mundell. One star is made, somebody's broken, whatever. Then we got us a 175 champ. I can't go to 175. I barely make 185, so he'll be safe as long as he stays down there. Or the pressure builds. I know that he's real tight with Yoel Romero. Maybe he gets tired of me trolling and sacrifices Yoel Romero. Maybe he gives Yoel the go, and Yoel takes the fight just to keep me from fucking with Platinum. Either way, it's a win-win for me. You know what I mean? I smoke. I have a knockdown drag out fight at 185 for the championship with Mike Perry. I become the king of violence, or he becomes the 185 champ. Or I go and I fight Yoel Romero, and I have another knockdown drag out with an ex-UFC guy, and I show the world that a person can walk in through the tryouts and compete with the so-called best fighters in the world.
Well, this is your sport. I mean, you are one of the best fighters in the world. This is your sport. It's a different sport. We're not talking about what they did, what Yoel did. In this sport, you are.
That's the point.
Yep.
But see, that's the point. I'm representing bare knuckle, not as a sport, but as life. This is real life. That means that the guy in the bar can get into a bare knuckle fight with the ex-UFC guy and fucking win. So now this air of invincibility, that the UFC guys walked around with their necks all big and their cauliflower ear, and they walked around intimidating guys for years. Yeah, bare knuckle was the equalizer. You know, we're not
Yep.
wrestling, bro. I'm gonna punch you in your
Nope.
fucking jaw.
Ain't no wrestling. Ain't no
We're not
wrestling, as they
wrestling.
say.
I'll bash you in your shit. Yeah.
So let's say
So at
I
the
got
end
a
of the
question,
day,
champ. I got a question. I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't mean to do that. Let me ask you this.
no,
So
it's all right.
if Perry don't happen, if let's say Perry signs to fight Mundell, Yoel, we don't know. Yoel may happen. Dyer, is itching for a rematch, or do you go hunt for the cruiserweight title against Sakari, and that's loaded over there waiting for guys? What's next? I mean, because they have the belt because you say so right now, right? That's why. That's the only reason they have the belt.
Well, well, not necessarily. So remember, I said ain't no champ unless I say so. They can have the belt. The belts float around. The belts roll around. The belts are like trinkets. They are bait for fans and for fighters and it's a promotional tool. That's what
Yes.
the belt is. Being a champion in a sport where there's a real dog that can stop you at the gate, then that is where the champion, that is where the heart is truly tested. Anybody coming into this sport and having accolades and having success, they're always gonna say, "Hey, did you fight the Juggernaut? Can I see that fight?" "Oh no, you never fought him." "Oh, okay, you did great, but you never fought the champ. You never, okay, like UFC guys who never fought John Jones."
You were the best, but you ain't fight the best,
Am
right?
I the John Jones of bare knuckle?
I mean, right now,
Am I
so
the
far.
John Jones of bare knuckle? That's like the ultimate compliment, bro.
Shout out to John
So,
Jones and Dirty Boxing.
so with that being said, shout out to John Jones. Shout out to Johnny Bones. You know what I mean? Like, bro, made it popular for the whooping ass popular. But yeah, quite frankly, bro, I'm here to make BKFC great again. You know, and
There you go. You
I'm
need
gonna
that
do it.
hat. You need
One
that
punch
hat.
at a time.
You need that hat. That's amazing. By the way, it was amazing. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people
make
maybe
BKFC
counted.
great again. Let's get that on the press. Let's get that on.
Yeah, you need that. You need the black hat. Tell them your phrase. What was your phrase? I forget it. I'm black. The world is flat. Hey, I'm tell them. And you need
Yeah,
to make BKFC great again. Black and white hat right there with a jug on it on the back. You need your logo on the back of that. That will sell like
Yes,
hotcakes.
sir.
All right. I do want to say this, man. A
Yes,
lot of people,
sir.
maybe
Yes,
some people have counted
yes,
you out,
sir.
Lorenzo. Some people might have counted you out, and some people I heard last year when you were moving up in weight, when you were holding the belts, I heard people say he'll never fight at 185 again. You took the time off, you cut the weight, you got back down to 185 again. People thought, oh, well, Dyer's too strong. It's like they forget who between fights that you've been gone a while and you remind them, what does it feel like? Well, I know what it feels like to you because you expect those things. Will we see you at Knucklemania? Is that where you think we'll see you next? Knucklemania, possibly?
I think I'll land in Knucklemania or I'll land overseas. Wherever I land, somebody gonna get hurt, and it is what it is. Gabe, the owner of BKFC Italy, flew over to my fight and showed love and support, and he couldn't wait to see what was gonna happen and what I was gonna do, and they were all happy about that. Maybe Sakara's my next opponent. Maybe Mike Perry's my next opponent. Maybe Yoel Romero's my next opponent. It just depends on who's willing to step in the ring and challenge the best in the ring. Like which one of these guys want it? You understand? I can want it. I've never turned down nothing. Which one of these guys gonna raise their hand and say, I want it?
Who calls out the
That's
Juggernaut?
important. You know what I mean?
I don't never
These
see
guys,
nobody calling out
who
the
calls
Juggernaut.
out the Juggernaut?
Yeah, I never see it. I never see it. But they need
Because
to.
they know I'll spark them into the future.
The cool thing about you, Lorenzo, is
Because
that
they
every
know I'll
matchup,
spark them into the
listen,
future.
every matchup they put your name in the hat with makes it exciting. It doesn't matter if it's Sakari, it doesn't matter if Yoel, Mike Perry, whomever it is, your name in that hat makes that fight a must-watch fight. Period.
All roads lead to the Juggernaut.
Wow.
And it's high time that Dave and Conor McGregor and the people who run the show recognize it and treat me right and promote me and push me and be honest about it. This guy is what we were looking for the whole time. We just didn't know it was him.
I mean, the true bare knuckle fighter, like you said, came up through the.
It is what
It
it
was an
is.
MMA fighter, came up through the tryout process, boom, all the way to the top of every weight division you could touch physically. You crushed it in this sport. Hey, while I got you, I want you to put on the Juggernaut predictor hat.
It's
All right,
perfect.
I want you to put on the predictor hat for me. We got BKFC 85 coming up. You got the main event with Palomino Trout. Who do you think wins Palomino Trout, the rematch?
Okay, it's hard to bet against Palomino, especially in Miami, especially with him taking it serious, especially with him knowing what Trout does and how Trout moves. And, it's very, very hard to bet against Palomino. But Trout handled Palomino quite convincingly. He hit him with some moves. He had Palomino in some positions that we never really saw before. So I'll say it's 51-49. I'll go with Trout.
You're right. It's a very difficult fight. I have to. I would say Trout has the advantage because he's done well too in the beginning. Not just his boxing back. He's done well in the BKFC, who they put him with, and he did handle Palomino. But that was a long time ago now, and Palomino got a lot at stake. And I know when you push that man's back to the wall, he is a warrior, samurai, will go in there and die in there. So you're right. I ain't putting no money on it. One more thing. On that same card, you got a couple young, when we talk about homegrown fighters, you got Royal Reaver and Justin the Joy Boy Ibarola for the Bantamweight Championship, two homegrown young guys who you see coming out on top. That's a pick'em fight.
I gotta go with Reaver. Not for any skill matching. That's not saying anything about the other guy. I just don't know much about the other guy. I've been out the game a while. Some guys have made their move. Reaver was making his move while I was still there. He was pushing, he was fighting, he was giving shout outs to, he's seen me fight. He's training hard. I think I was at a fight where he got disqualified or something crazy happened, but he's always had a lot of heart. He's always been going hard and he wants this. That's a big factor. I don't know how bad the other guy wants it, but I know he wants it. And you really, when you're messing with somebody who wants it, that gives you a boost,
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And you're right. I agree with that as well. Man, first of all, before we let you go, thank you for taking your time on your holiday weekend to talk to us, man. And we just from all the fans in the sport, man, it's a better sport when you're there. We so happy to see the triumph and return of the Juggernaut. You want to give any shout outs to anyone before, or you got any messages for people before we let you go, brother?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Victor Demesman at the law firm at All In Management. They've been taking real good care of me. I appreciate all the hard work, all the effort. I want to give out a shout out to Elvin Brito, Manabo's champion, and Puerto Rico's champion, for helping me return to greatness, using his home and his family and helping me rise to the top again. I want to give a shout out to BKFC as a whole, the whole organization. Thank you for holding on while I was gone. Thank you for holding it down. Thank you for keeping the sport going and keeping it popular. I'm back and I will make it great again. I will make BKFC great again. Because ain't no champ unless I say so.
You heard it right there, man. He keeps proving it. You can't prove him wrong, man. Thank you so much, man. The BKFC light heavyweight champion of the world again, Lorenzo, the Juggernaut Hunt. Have a great one, champ. Thank you very much. And there you go, man. I mean, hey. The most exciting fighter and the best fighter in bare knuckle. And until you beat him in the ring, you can't say otherwise. The dude moves the needle every time he fights. What's next? I mean, you heard it here. Platinum Perry, man, Juggernaut that fight is just like the Super Bowl of bare knuckle fights if they can make it happen. Or the Yoel Romero fight. He mentioned it there. Very interesting matchup there. Yoel, you want to make a splash? There's the man you got to fight if you want to make a name for yourself in the sport. Good luck with that. And of course, Sakari, he could go to Italy. He could fight for the Cruiserweight Championship. He could hold the straps again. The Jug is back. The Juggernaut is back like he never left the injury. And big ups for all the sports. So I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Here at Bare Knuckle Syndicate, we're waiting for Santa Claus to bring us all the bare knuckle action. So thank you. And until next time, man, you know, Big Face love it, man. The Bare Knuckle Syndicate, where blood makes you family. And we're going to end.
Blackout coffee. Fresh roasted, bold flavors, serving heroes on the front lines.
Blackout! Blackout coffee, baby! Blackout coffee!
Please support our organization and everything we do for the fighters by using our link at bareknucklesyndicate.com/blackout.
It's a war, we ready to rumble. Bare knuckle spot, hear the crowd feel the stumble. Adrenaline pumping, no fear in our eyes. We fight for the glory, ain't no room for lies. Throwing punches hard, yeah, we hitting the score. Syndicate on the rise, can it go to roar? In this pretty game, we're the kings at the block. Bare knuckle syndicate, solid as a rock.